Thanks for joining us. I'm Vince Vitrano.
And I'm Bridget Shanahan. The 21-year-old man accused of killing 9 people in a hate crime at a church is in custody. Authorities arrested Dylan Roof in North Carolina after a night-long manhunt. According to police, Roof spent more than an hour attending a Bible study at a black church in Charleston, South Carolina, before opening fire on that group. Officials believe it was a targeted attack. The medical examiner's office is doing an autopsy today on a body found near the KK River in Milwaukee. Police won't even tell us whether it's the remains of a man or woman that were discovered last night near 60th and KK River Parkway. Neighbors say the area is usually quiet and is a popular spot for running, walking, and biking.
Every morning, every evening, I take a walk. I live right across the street. Walk with my daughter and my wife every day. Nice area to walk through. Everybody walks their dogs. No bikes through here. It's just a nice area, quiet area to get away from everything.
Investigators will only say that it was the body of an adult and that it had likely been there for a while. Police have not said if the death is suspicious.
Hundreds of cyclists will be in Shorewood today for the Tour of America's Dairyland. It's a map of today's route, starting and ending at Oakland and Lake Bluff, traveling along Wood, Maryland, and Kensington. It's the largest competitive road cycling event in the country. Stops in 11 Wisconsin communities. Starts tonight at 4:15.
Less than a week away from the big gig, and the music is not the only attraction getting ready.
Food stands and market vendors are already starting to move in, and some told us this week is the most stressful, really, even before the festival, while they cook and stack, package, and move their stuff to the Summerfest grounds, especially for businesses that have multiple stands at the big gig.
From fryers to steamers to product to employees to banking to everything. It's all. So just think of opening a business. You're doing that 3 times for 11 days.
A total of 50 food stands will be there moving in this week, and there'll be nearly 100 market vendors as well.
Last evening, once the sunset, temperatures dropped really quickly. We dropped into the upper 50s by around midnight, and in some spots inland stayed around 70 as a warm front was making its way through. And when you woke up this morning, temps were in the mid to upper 60s, and it was humid, and we even had a few isolated rain showers. Since around 6 o'clock, things have been quiet. We had a lot of clouds to start the day off, but we've seen more and more sunshine. Clouds are going to start increasing once again, and with that, an isolated chance of a shower throughout the late afternoon into the early evening. Temperatures have warmed up into the upper 70s to lower 80s. How about 81 in Milwaukee? Yes, 81 with that westerly wind at 10 to 15. No lake breeze right now, but give it some time. The winds are going to shift behind that front I was talking about from to the northeast, and temps very quickly are going to be dropping into the 60s and maybe even the upper 50s before sunset along the water. Mid 70s inland. Dew points, fortunately, have been dropping. It was very muggy earlier today. Upper 60s to around 70. That's steamy. Now we're seeing dew points in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Still a little on the humid side, but much more comfortable than it was just a few hours ago. So we're losing some of that fuel in the atmosphere for some of those thunderstorms and showers. So that's why it'll be a very isolated chance. Sometime after 3 o'clock, look for some of those to be popping up to around 5 o'clock or so. Look at the winds. Already by 4 o'clock or so, that wind is shifting to the northeast, and along the lakefront, we're going to go from the upper 70s to lower 80s into the lower 60s within a matter of minutes. For today, the high temperatures will be in the upper 50s. I should say tomorrow, the temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s to lower 60s. The reason, a light easterly wind. It'll keep the inland areas even in the lower 70s. So overall, a cooler day than it has been. Low humidity and a whole lot of sunshine around the area. We got into the warm sector and humid sector of this storm system late last night. As this system is pushing off to the east, we'll get on the back side of it. A northeasterly wind will kick in and just that isolated chance of a shower. Plenty of sunshine for your Friday. A quiet day tomorrow. But then things begin to change. The warm front's going to slide through here Friday night. It's going to get more humid once again. Temperatures back into the 80s for Saturday. And while things are quiet most of the day on Saturday, it is Saturday evening that we have to be worried about as this cold front comes through, taps into that heat and humidity, and we'll see thunderstorms. And we are under a slight risk of severe weather, which is not good for the 50,000 plus people going up to Lambeau Field for the Kenny Chesney and Jason Aldean concert. For tailgating, you look to be fine. It's going to be humid in 80s, but by the time the concert starts, we will be in the 70s and showers and thunderstorms likely. If you're heading up north this weekend, 70s for Saturday, and look for thunderstorms to develop late in the afternoon. For today, temperatures in the 80s and cooling into the 70s later this afternoon with just a few showers after 4 o'clock. Tonight will drop down to 51 degrees, 66 for Friday, 81 and humid on Saturday. The best chance of thunderstorms is Saturday night. Father's Day looks good at 76, and we stay in the 70s next week.